Do you ever feel inspired to do something and you don't know why? I encourage you to act on that inspiration because our minds like to keep us from anything new from happening in our lives. Our minds like to make up excuses of why things can't happen. Our minds see things as ridiculous instead of possibilities because sometimes we're guided to do things that don't make sense to our mind. And that guidance is opening us up to a bigger picture that we can't yet see. Say, for instance, you met somebody on the street and they told you about this great book and you're like, oh, like, that book doesn't resonate with me. But then you go to the bookstore and you say, oh my God, there's great information in here. You turn to the exact page that led you to something else. And this is how we evolve. This is how things happen. It's just so beautiful when we can let go of how we think things should be and let things unfold naturally. And for them to unfold, though, we got to take some action. We got to take some action, inspiration, and not listen so much to our minds because our minds like to keep us safe. And they're doing their job. Their job is to keep us safe. Their job is to base everything on what has happened in the past. And if it hasn't happened in the past, it's unknown. If it's unknown, it's unfamiliar. If it's unfamiliar, it's scary. But that's where the fun is, the joy is, the excitement is, the expansion is in the unknown. Not doing the same thing over and over again, taking a risk and stepping out and doing something new and acting on our inspirations, even if it doesn't make sense. There's so many times that I was guided to walk down a street that I never walked down or walk in a different direction just because, and then I find money on the ground or I meet somebody who becomes a potential client or I meet somebody who has information for me, and you never know. And that's the beauty of just being open and allowing things to unfold naturally, allowing spirit to guide your way. So many times we have such a strict and rigid schedule. So many times we have our goals, our dreams, our desires, or our plan on how it should manifest. And it limits us. It really limits us. Yeah, take those actions or whatever if that's what inspires you. But the same token, don't be so attached to how things should be. There's so many courses out there. There's so many things that how to create your business. I've taken a few of them, and I'm not going to comment on that. But anyways, they're sharing from what's worked for them. It might not work for you. When you're in tune with yourself, when you're coming from that space, what's right for you will happen naturally. What's right for you will unfold perfectly. The idea that we need something to be okay is what actually limits us. To know that we're okay when we're coming from this space and we expand and we create from this space, so many more, I want to say better, but more opportunities come forth than we can even imagine because everything's vibration. Everything's responding to our vibrational energy, not what we think we should do, not how we think others have succeeded, so we need to follow their ways, and not the hungry part of us. Marketing speaks to our fears. It speaks to our ideas that we're not enough, our ideas that we need something to be okay, our ideas of needing to be someone. Hey, guess what? You are someone. You're valuable. You're made from the love of the divine. When you really get this, really get this deep inside your heart and soul, because this is the truth of you. The inner glow of you is what matters. What you do out here, it doesn't matter. All that stuff that you do is eventually going to be destroyed. All that stuff that you do is maybe, will get attention at the beginning, but then you'll lose attention, then you'll gain attention. It's the processes. It's craziness of life, and when we get sucked up in the world, we lose our center. I invite you to come back to your center, come back to you, come back to the truth of you. Yeah, maybe you need to do some clearing, some healing, and understanding where the beliefs and the conditioning come from and shifting those if they're not in alignment with who you truly are. Once you live in alignment, once I live in alignment, once we're living in alignment, we're more happier. We're more happier, things tend to unfold more naturally. And our inspiration flows naturally too, and we're guided day by day. We don't need to follow books and take courses on how to do things anymore because we're guided from our heart and soul. We're feeling the radiance of our inner glow. And this is how we live our earthly show, which is so much more freeing. It's so much more freeing to just be you. And that's why we always say, just be you, live your authenticity. Yeah, maybe people say that, but they're still in their vibration, in their body, in their energy field is still living in the past, still living in hurts and wounds, still living in beliefs created by the world, instead of really being free, really really living from their heart and soul. And if this is you, don't blame yourself, don't judge yourself. Please be easy on you, because self-awareness is not about beating ourselves up. Self-awareness is just that, self-awareness. It gives us an opportunity to see, hey, this is how I'm living. Is it how I really want to be? Is it how I really want to experience this life? It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to invite you to tune within, to tune inside to the truth of you, and notice where that collides with things that you've learned along the way, because we all have it. We've all been conditioned. We've all been told who we should be in order to succeed in this reality. And what true success to me is if I'm happy. What true success to me is if I'm being the person that I want to be, and sharing my joy and love with everyone and everything, and letting my energy flow more naturally. And when I do, it's amazing what comes through. And I invite you to, as you see, it's so much easier to live this way. I have so much fun every day, and I invite you to join me to really take a look and see where you're hooked. Are you hooked on conditioning of the world, or are you releasing that today so you can feel more free in every way? Anyways, I hope this video inspired you in one way or another. You can do this. If I can do this after struggling with so many years of my life, I know that you can too. I'm over here cheering you on. I believe in you, and I love you.